Yogi, come on.
Okay, all right,
Go sit down.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's yoga pose. The pose today is called Ustrasana, or the Camel Pose, and this is in the category of back bends. It's actually considered one of the more beginning back bends. So let's take a look at the full pose and then we'll back out of it. Here's one of the reasons, well actually many reasons, to practice this pose. It helps to counteract kyphosis. You know, that rounding of the back that you see people slumping and slouching. So it helps to strengthen the thoracic spine, your mid-back, and open the chest and shoulders. It also opens up your hip flexors, your quadriceps, and the abdominal muscles. So it's a great one to counteract all that slumping and slouching we tend to do throughout the days. There are a few contraindications. It can be very challenging for some folks for their knees, other folks with low back or herniated disc, and then also with the neck. So we're going to look at some ways of modifying as well as adding some props to help you safely get into this pose. So let's get started. Here is the full pose. So traditionally in this pose, our knees and our hips are aligned. Your toes are pointing straight back. One of the common misalignments is people either turning the toes out or sickling the toes in. So you want your toes to point straight back so the ankles are aligned with the back of the knees stay over the hips. So when we're here, we're not going back into the low back and we're not leaning back from the knees. So you're not taking this opening of the front body at the knees. You don't lean back here and you don't dump into the low back. Keep the knees and the hips aligned. And then the lift is up through the thoracic, so you're lifting here, and this is actually where you're arching. So you know that wonderful pose we all love, Shavasana, the corpse pose at the end of practice? You can do your hands like that. Just bring your arms out to the side, the palms open. Start to lift up the back ribs. Roll your shoulders back and down. Sometimes we tend to get up here, roll the shoulders back and down, and now keep the neck nice and long. Instead of leaning back from the knees, again, keep the hips here. Lift the back ribs, open up the arms, and now at the same time, the hands reach back. Your fingertips point down, so they're towards your toes. The hips move forward, the back ribs lift. Now, if you can create enough space in the neck and shoulders, you'll release the head back. When you come out of it, you lead with the thighs, then the hips, then the belly, then the chest. So that's Ustrasana. Let's look at some ways to take this pose in a safe way if you have some of the challenges. Maybe it's tight hip flexors, maybe it's tight quadriceps in the front of the thighs, maybe it's a tender low back. A few things that we can do. One, you could come up against a wall instead. So on this one, you want to bring your thighs up against the wall. Now, one of the things that sometimes happen when we get all the way up to the wall is, again, the feet may tend to splay in. So you can grab a block. You can take the block between the feet. I have it widthwise. I'm going to hug my feet into it to keep them from splaying. Now my hips are moving in towards the wall. And instead of reaching back, I can just take the base of my palms right on the buttocks, and then I keep the hips pressed up against the wall. I lift up the back ribs. You can either just tuck the chin down or just keep the neck nice and neutral. And you'll already feel the work here in the front of the thighs, so maybe you stay here. There's one option. Another option, if you want to go to the next step, feeling pretty good there, is you can take your blocks beside the ankles. So you can take the blocks right in here beside the ankles, toes point straight back. Once again here, take your hands onto the buttocks, shift the hips forward, lift the back ribs, take those Shavasana arms again, open it up, and then maybe you can reach for your blocks. Hips stay forward, lift the back ribs, the shoulders are down and you have enough space, release the head back. If that's too much, lock the chin down, keep your hips moving forward. So, if all of that is still challenging, the last thing you can do, and this takes a little bit more prep, is to take a strap. Sometimes what happens is the knees we start off all good and well, but then sometimes our knees splay out. Knees are splaying out here, now it compresses the low back. So you can take a strap and just place it right above your knees to the Knees are going to remain under the hips. Now you have something to keep your thighs firming in, to keep you from splaying. It gives you a little support. And then again, you can work from here. You might be able to release and reach from here. You lift up the back ribs and you find the space. And then you slowly come all the way back up. So this is Ustrasana, the camel pose. It's a wonderful way to counteract that slumping and slouching that we all seem to do a little too much. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. I do these videos every week. So also if there's poses that you love, make sure you let me know and I'll try to fit those in.